charging? Ah, Swarm will stop him. The sky'll burn with the eternal fire.
I'm gonna save that until I AA into this, just for a few extra points. So, defender, archer, hitter, and leader. Okay, okay. Defender, archer, hitter, and leader. It's probably good that way. Oh, come on, man.
What do you need me to do?
Well, what are you gonna do? Kill him off? That sucks.
Charging. Ah, Swarm will stop him.
Maybe I could even get a Revenant out with an hero. It's a Zeal order ability, which is nice. There you can see it now. She's not human, so she won't get transformed. I don't know if I need to click the order. Maybe we're gonna get out of this. They'll have reach anyway. Yeah, I really like the transform effect. Looks clean. Maybe they don't have points. Go like this.
Tomorrow we sup at home. And run! Fight, main, kill! For the king!
Nice, turn it around. Somehow. Wow. And we still got Truffle. Hey, what's up, legends? Welcome back to another deck guide. Before we get into today's list, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please take the time to do so now. My next objective is to reach 10,000 subscribers. We're almost there, and I'd really appreciate your help and support in achieving that goal. For today, I've come around to a Draug Archer Swarm list. Leader ability is Mobilization. With this leader, we get to spawn a base copy of a Bronze Allied Soldier on its row and boost it by 3. Our target for leader will simply be the Redanian Archer. That's one of the many methods that we'll be using to help swarm archers. And that combination can come out either round 2 or round 3. We probably want a long round 3 because they are engine units and play better over a longer period. Crystal Skull is the stratagem. Get to boost an allied unit by 4, give it fail. When we go first, you could give Crystal Skull to the Ballistas if you like. This Ballista as well. Maybe even a Revenant. So what I'm going to do is run you through this list bottom up, explain how best to play each card, when to play it during a match, and then we're going to discuss how to execute the strategy for this deck. So to begin with, we have 2 Revenants. I like to use these 2 copies of these Revenants. Round 1 when going first, in combination with the Siege cards. We're doing pings of damage, and then that can help the Revenant play for good value on its Deathblow ability. Order is damage a unit by 1, Deathblow, spawn a base copy of another unit of this kind, and summon it to this row. So bear in mind, row space is something to take note of with our deck when we're playing the Revenant strat out. And yeah, like I said, round 1 card. PFI. We're running PFI to synergize with Drow. So this is the way we're going to utilize Drow to transform our human units, getting more Revenants, swarming Revenants. So with the PFI, we look to keep these 2 copies and play another PFI out through the use of Truffle. That could happen in round 2 on a bleed if you like, or you could save it for a round 3 situation. Depends on the hand you get and how you want to play into the match, okay? So bear in mind the deploy is that you get to spawn one of each of these adjacent to this. And if we're playing these unbonded, they're boosting themselves by 3 as well. So we get a bit of extra value there. And we pretty much want to stack them all on a single row. Or you could stack 2 on one row and then stack the other on the other row. And then use the Revenants use the Drag's ability, transforming some of those human units on one row into Revenants, and then using those Revenants to attack the melee row human units, okay? Because row spacing is a bit of an issue. If we're playing all the PFI on one single row, you might not get spawning space, all right? So just bear that in mind. Siege Towers, Zeal Order ability, gain Vitality 2. Crew, boost self by 2. So if we play these in between soldiers, they play for the greatest value possible. Boosting's better than Vitality, generally speaking. We can play Siege Towers out round 1 in combination with the Revenants, or they play pretty consistently across the match because we're going to be generating Revenants with Draug later on, and we're also doing Archers Swarm, and those units are soldier units, right? But it is nice for round 1 in particular. Double Ballista. We can use the Ballistas to help damage units down to make the Revenants play for good value. Deploy, damage an enemy unit by 1. Order, damage an enemy unit by 2. Synergize these with the reinforced Ballistas to help control the opponent's units or just destroy things off completely. Pella is really simply in our deck just because we're running so many engines and units with order abilities. So if something gets locked, we can purify it, remove the lock. Also, Iteran's important to keep active. So if Iteran gets a lock, you could purify Iteran. You could purify your opponent's defender unit, resilience unit. Pella's really flexible in our deck. Spores for some control. You're going to be targeting units with a boost with this card, something with a boost above its base power. We can save this as a tall punish option against some decks at the end of the match, or perhaps any other time when you're versing something with a big boost. Double Siege Master. I've really added this in our deck more so for deck consistency because it offers us thinning. The order's not bad as well because we're playing Reinforced Ballista and also the other Siege Tower, which you can use this order on. These are generally round 1 cards. So the order is that you get to reduce an allied unit's cooldown by 1. When you play a Siege Engine, summon self from your hand to the left of it, then draw a card. Target them both round 1, as I said. Redanian Archers. Try to hold on to them to play them out together with Iteran, Defender, Garrison, and we're trying to swarm them all at that time. So like I said, that might be over a long round 3, or you could do it playing into a round 2 sometimes as well. So the order is that you get to damage an enemy unit by 1. It's ranged row, so we have to stack these ranged. Zeal, you could use it right away. Barricade, as long as this has armor, at the end of every allied turn, gain 1 charge. Double Reinforced Ballista, round 1 card. Formation, we look to play this ranged row, so it gets an extra boost. If you play it melee, it plays for Zeal, the order ability. Resupply, if we play a Warfare card, the cooldown will reduce. Order, damage a unit by 1. Reinforced Ballistas are a nice way to open up into round 1, just establish some control and help to set up the Revenants. Lady of the Lake to help with consistency and finding Echo cards. Deploy, play an Echo card from your deck, either a Neuromancy, either AA. Play Lady of the Lake out round 1 to help give you a few points and maybe try to let her target AA, so it just gives us better points to get round control round 1. We've got Iteran. Iteran plays a part in the swarming of archers, but bear in mind, Iteran's got synergy with some other cards, such as Revenant and PFI. The first time you spawn a unit on your side of the battlefield each turn, spawn a 1 power copy of it on this row, giving it doomed. Basically, we're playing Iteran behind Defender. Once Iteran is down, we can start to use Leader, generate an extra Archer, Garrison, etc. Defender is to give protection to Iteran and all of the Archers, so save him to be played at that time. The opponent cannot manually target any other units on the row the Defender is on until Defender is answered in some way, either removed or purified. Truffle. It has resilience, so if you don't use the order ability on this card, it just means it carries over into the next round, so you can use it then. On deploy, we're going to be spawning and playing PFI. That's our bonded unit. And the order is just Golden Froth, bear that in mind too. So Truffle can be used on a bleed if you want to bleed with Draug. Whenever you like, really. Round 2 or 3, bear that in mind. And it's just another way to give more units for Draug to transform into Revenants, right? Heatwave for control, Heatwave for target opponent scenarios. Banish a unit or an artifact. Maybe your opponent has a very strong unit you don't want to see replayed. You could definitely target that with Heatwave, no problem. Garrison. Garrison works really nice now with the Archer Swarm. Resilience, so the order ability carries over as well. Deploy, spawn and play a base copy of a Bronze Soldier from your starting deck. The idea is that we're going to use this to give us an extra Archer, and then Iteran will be spawning an extra Archer, right? And we have Garrison because it also makes the Archers play more consistently, because what it does is it's boosting an allied soldier and all its copies by 1, giving them 1 armor. So the armor is very important for the Archers. They need armor to keep gaining charges. So that's why the whole Garrison play is reserved for Archers. But bear in mind, we're swarming heaps of Revenants. Maybe Garrison can give you a lot of points in some situations, boosting Revenants up as well with this. So this is kind of going to be played out. Safe to be played with Iteran once Iteran's on the board. We have Draug. This is to transform all of the PFI units from Truffle, from our 2 base copies in deck. Zeal Order, you could use the order ability right away when you play it. Transform all human units on an allied row into Revenants without changing their power. So yeah, very, very great card. I do like how you could play Draug on a different row and then target a unit of your choice. I think before that, the change was that you had to play Draug on the same row as the units you wish to transform. So Draug could come out on a bleed, or you could save it for a round 3 situation. Really just depends on the hand we're going to draw as the match progresses. Aneromancy is an echo card, allows us to play any card from our deck. We get to use this twice. The reason I went with Anero is because Anero gets us Draug, it gets us Garrison, it gets us Heatwave, Truffle, Iteran, and probably a better option for the Defender as opposed to AA. And AA is nice just to help give us some points. It's an echo card, we get to use it twice as well. Allows us to play a Northern Realms unit from our deck with a provision cost of 9 or less, boosted by 1 for each provision below the limit. AA is nice to give us points round 1 to help get round control. And then outside of that, you just use it to pull what you need. Maybe you want to go for the Archer Swarm and you're missing one of your Archers in deck, just AA into an Archer, for example. So now that I've covered the list, let me explain how to execute the strategy for the deck. So our deck has a few different plays. Bear in mind, it's kind of an engine-based deck. And the whole point is just to swarm Archers, damage the opponent's units down, for the Revenants to get value out of, okay? So round 1, the way we'd like to play it out would be to emphasize utilizing our siege engines, right? So you can play your reinforced ballistas out. You can play siege tower, siege masters, ballista, these 2 Revenants. You can play Lady of the Lake into AA to give you some points. Maybe a Nero for something else. Let's say that's enough to get you round control. It really depends on the kind of deck you're versing, what line of play you want to take, and the kind of hand you're going to have. Say if we're going into round 2 and you have Draug, Truffle, and the PFI, I guess it's not bad to go for a bleed because that can be a lot of points. And we've got a bit of a resilience aspect with our deck with the order ability of Truffle. You could save that. But generally speaking, considering those things, what we want to do is reserve drag to be played with truffle, PFI, and then in one round, let's say a long round 3 or a reduced round 3, you can open up with defender, followed by Redanian archer, play Iteran, and then once Iteran's down, you could hit leader onto archer, generate more archers through Iteran. Then on the next turn, you could play garrison, and then you're going to use garrison to boost up the archers, also give them armor, and then you've got call punish to consider at some point, maybe whatever else is left in your deck like siege towers. Okay, so I think if we're versing like an engine-based deck that's not really control heavy, a long round 3 establishing archers would be great because it's a lot of control. We gain a lot of charges of damage, so just bear that in mind. Hope you enjoy the following matches, and thank you very much for your time and support. We'll find them later. Round 1 hand more.
I'm an officer and a gentleman.
That's a good pull. 10 of 10 value. That's what we like to hear, man. Let's go. Sea Hill, Imprisonment. What's next? Blight Maker.
A fine vintage it would have made.
Oh, this is just like a hyper thin thing. I'm not really at some crazy risk here, am I? We could AA for another even. And that really helps consistent pings for these. We can also play this now.
We retreat. We hide.
Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. That gives crew for the siege engine far left. Okay, it's gonna work.
Of course, as you wish, master.
All right. Good. Thank you.
Fight, bang, kill.
Can play that. Can play the other. Could play this. Fisher King. Nice. Whose deck is this? I think I saw Spessy did a deck guide for this, didn't he?
For the king.
Oh, really? Interesting. It's nice value with that new rework to that card, hey. So it's boosting the board and itself. Really good. Oh, nice bribery.
A coat of arms is nothing you choose. Dare not mock mine.
Crap, man. Yo, Erdem, what's up? Happy birthday, man.
Hail, Kerzer.
Truth here now. We retreat. We hide. So Vandergrift says.
Wait, what's AA? No, I mean, what's Lady of the Lake doing? Get me a Neuromancy.
The righteous shall be recognized.
Maybe we Purify Defender even. So cool.
Ye who wander on the gale, ye we summon, ye we call.
This is resetting? Oh, right. The old, yeah, all those combos. So, it's probably a good idea to bleed. And it'll mess up their sequencing. Looks like the heat wave to me. Or can we come around to that another way? Can we also go for damage that way? We might just want it out of there now. We're on such a big point gap too. Can they really cover that many points? With what? Yeah. It's been a lot of NG, my friend. Yeah, heaps. I think we bleed with Draug, man. Come on. Yeah, we're going for it. Yeah. 100%. We're just gonna make them spend the biggest combos. Yes, see? I think we're just going with Draug here. Draug, PFI, AA into that. We just enjoy a comfortable bleed, really. Yeah, the ring. That's probably why they're pushing that far. Phrase to be entered.
That was not in the spell books.
We can just kind of chill, I think. We're not really under some pressure.
Guy Vettles, hungry like a wolf I am.
It's the positivity. You gotta believe. Oh, it's at 15. Right. Got spores there too.
Tomorrow we sup at home!
Your first. Come on, give it a rush. Sing along.
Not all battles need end in bloodshed. And the water.
My lord, not too warm, I trust.
For the king! We retreat behind, so Vandergrift says! Armor lads, tomorrow we sup at home!
Maybe we save the resilience on Truffle. Like as a carryover for us. That's true. We have some tall punish, yeah.
Defeat them with hunger, crush them with thirst.
I think we just passed now. Probably. Do they have, like, what kind of pull punish answers do they have? Is it just the revealing card stuff? So Defender's Shield will come in handy? Go Resilience. Oh, as a Vilga. Right. Okay. But do they use that to pull out that unit? How does their strat work? I'm not really familiar with their deck with that card in there. Man, I missed Garrison the last 2 matches. I don't know if I should click. It would be nice, but I just don't know because of that. And I like this hand. I don't know if we can do it though. Like short round archers. It's supposed to be a long round thing. I don't know. Right.
As you command. He's tanned their black-clad hides at Sodden will tan their black-clad hides again.
I don't know. Someone said Dozen was trying to make a deck like this. Yeah, last 2 matches. Yo, what's up, Vass? How are you?
There will be rain or frost.
My God.
She's rather hungry, you see.
At least I have this too for points. Good to hear. Oh, really?
Quite the menial task.
Kind of surprised they went... Wasn't it better for them? Or are they going to do something else? I don't know the strat. Like I said, I'm going to find out.
They charge
The sky'll burn with the eternal fire.
The nice thing I like about this point is that, like, see how I've already used Iteran? Usually what they do is, like, they're going to waste their control there. Actually, I don't care about that now. You know what I'm trying to say? We already did the thing. Oh, okay, they didn't go that way. Wow, see? Interesting.
They charge it. Ah, swarm will stop him.
Keep silent and observe.
Sure.
You crossed the wrong sorceress.
Okay, nice, man. Well done.
One best never make a ruler wait.
For the train!
We self
One best never make a ruler wait.
damage.
Armor tomorrow we sup at home!
Yes! Yes! Where are we going first? Rid of that. Siege engine's good. That's good too. Find you later.
I pass on every 10th round.
Coral?
That might be amusing.
Your stench.
Watery tart. I'll show you.
Let's go for another one. Revenant might just eat leader.
We shall do it my way.
Hoping that hits armor and maybe goes for that. Yeah. Can I bait out leader? Could play the Revenant next to the Siege Master. Gives crew. There's one. Let's get rid of that now. See if they lead it now.
No rat will escape my hook.
Could kill it off. Still plays on. Just pass on 5. And we're gonna play Draug, Truffle, PFI. Probably the way to go. Nice to see you, Zoros. Thanks. You're still on vacation. Thanks for your time. Yeah, so Defender, Draug. Awesome, that's good to hear. It's a pretty filthy one, huh? A really filthy list, man. Okay.
Enough.
Well, we can definitely heat wave. And then maybe they just take guard advantage. Oh, right. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Countryside, nice. Stay safe on your travels, friend. Stay out of trouble. You get a bit of a mixed hand now. So we're gonna do Archer Swarm.
Mind your words, and who you address, and how you address them.
Think we get the archers down first? Yep.
Have a look at that. Like falling stars.
We can buff Defender up with Truffle. Let's go for it. Madrome. Oh, lucky they get that down first. They would just killed it.
Inside now.
Mind you eyes, do you like them?
So many of them, I'd have to aim to miss.
If they've been targeting that with damage, it's a golden Necker deck. Target this. Garrison next. Iteran will spawn an extra archer. Oh, they get worried now, yeah.
Honor and glory!
Yes. Well done.
Have a look at that. Like falling stars. Death sails in circles.
We have Garrison to boost and give armor. A into another.
The sky'll burn with the eternal fire.
Can hit it now. Man, that's beautiful. Wow. Points ain't bad. Iteran will be spawning Revenant and PFI. What's the Nero for then? Could just even go for like some crew value. Oh, really? I don't think they'll get lucky. Come on, man.
Finally!
They got one. May overswarm. We may overswarm here.
Try to win them all. You won't.
Gotta be careful. That's gonna be healing. Like falling stars. That's it. Oh,
Keep the meat coming and I'll tell you a tale or two.
really? Draug that way?
Tiny devils, hungry like a wolf I am.
Maybe that's alright. Yeah, we could, I guess. That's a good call too. Maybe they're gonna help us with that.
Blood on the sea. Thunder on the seas.
I think they're giving us space with the Cataclysm now. Yeah, that's right. So we have to kill our own revenants. Maybe that way?
Retreat behind! Someone to defend!
Maybe I could have done that a bit better. Hey, it's a win. We're gonna get locked up again. Crap. Aren't we? Why am I running into freaking imprisonment now? What is happening? I swear, man. What is going on? It's alright. It's alright.
I shall not repeat Emir's mistakes.
You tried to win them all, but you
I
won't.
can still use that for crew. Exactly. Or Death Wish or something like that. This actually did really good against Harmony. I want to come up against that deck again.
To stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
Taking that from me? Let's do this. Yo, Evades. Appreciate you, my brother. Hope you had a good stream, man. Hope your kids are well. We are playing Draug Archer Swarm today. Welcome to your viewers as well.
Tiny devils, hungry like a wolf I am.
And so far, believe it or not, I'm just coming up against crazy control decks all of a sudden. The one time I want to try this out. Maybe Lady of the Lake into AA?
Art thou worthy?
Exactly. You know it, man. Get like this. Yeah, so I'm looking to swarm archers with Garrison, Iteran, Leader. Yeah. Really? You've been seeing it a lot? Interesting. How do you fare against it? I think we're not doing too bad. This gives me the crew.
Armor blood! Tomorrow we sup at home!
Nice. That's it. We're saving Garrison for Idoran. Extra spawn.
Obedience or the lash.
Cool.
Take any more.
I'm kind of giving me units though. I guess we aim for that. Kills it too. Nice. This works with the Revenants pretty nicely. No worries. You're welcome to. Just remember me when you get in the spotlight for making this super unorthodox deck. Just give your boy a little mention, eh? Yeah, we got round control. Nice. Let's go Draug, PFI, Truffle. I'd be very happy. We can bleed because they played Calvate. Like, oh, we're kind of pulling our Archer combo here. Draug. Okay, hold up. We can a Nero for Truffle, AA for PFI, Draug. Maybe that's a line. I like to stack the artifacts melee because, you know, we're swarming the archers and all that ranged later. You don't want it to carry over. It messes with our row space. So just put Garrison melee with Truffle whenever you play this. I think it makes sense to bleed because they played Calvate. Maybe we get good things out. That's good to get out now.
Do I enjoy torture? Perhaps.
Wasting leader on that. Okay. Saves archers later, I guess. Go like that. Do I hit that now? They'll keep their power, even though on transform. I could play Garrison and boost the Revenants. That's also a line.
My loyalty is to Imperial coin, not to the face to pick.
Play at range throw. Come on. No.
Everyone has their secrets. Everyone.
Oh, nice. So we can attack those PFI. Do I want to hit that now? I probably do. Yep. Here we go. Here we go. Garrison may come out because we've got a few Revenants.
Suffering ennobles, friend. You'll be accounted.
They want to go back there, isn't it? We will deny that. Honestly, maybe Garrison. We got a few here. Do I hold those ones? They lock it, I get Pella. Just take that out, maybe? Okay, that.
For king! For country! For freedom!
Idoran Familiar. Yeah, I got a specific strat evades, but maybe you're right, man. I'm kind of saving it for the archer part. I'm just trying to bleed now with Draug a bit. We're just going that way, I think, isn't it? So I'm throwing Pella? Maybe I just throw Pella for point's sake.
Ye who wander on the gale, ye we summon, ye we...
Oh, we take the pass. I think I take the pass, hopefully. So, you see, Garrison's pretty nice with Revenants. I'm kind of reserving that for the archers, but it works. Yeah, I got it. Got the decent bleed outs, I think. That's a pretty big combo with their assimilate units. Jurden? Crap. I like this hand. It's the Archer Swarm hand. You already got Defender, Iteran. Yep. This can still work. A Nero for Heat Wave. Oh. Oh, we're about to have some fun. Come on, man. Probably leaving it like that. Thank you, thank you. I'm trying my best, friends. It's not easy running these kinds of engine decks against Imprisonment. A lot of control, hey. That gets... Is it Drow, was it?
None of that to sit back and do nothing.
Alright, let's go for it. Followed up by Iteran. Maybe it's gonna eat some kind of Tall Punish. I don't know. Maybe the Defender eats some kind of Tall Punish.
The senses can be fooled.
Right.
I need not spill blood to make you suffer like never before.
Oh, don't dare cross me.
Come on, let's do it, man.
Tear you to pieces.
Let's go. Let's just kill off those assimilates. Probably gonna eat the heat wave.
Have a look at that. Like falling stars.
Is there a need to greed? Maybe it's risky to greed. Here we go. It's cracked, man. It's cracked. It's cracked, I tell ya.
Have a look at that. Like falling stars.
Just heat wave the Defender, that's it.
Back in line.
Crap. Too many points.